Two hearts burning on a hillside, turning around the blazing sun.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the 8th episode of the Social Underground, where we talk movies, video games, and music. Let's see what we have on the list today. I guess we could start for video games with Super Smash Brothers, new title coming out, unspecified date, going to be produced by Namco Bandai. So that should be fun, I guess, if anyone still has a Nintendo console. I have no idea. They haven't given any details on what they're going to improve on the game, because you can't really add more characters. Because from like the past years, have there been any new Nintendo characters that you guys know of?
I don't think so, no.
No. I mean, all they could do is just add new levels.
Or they just add more characters from the already existing Nintendo games.
I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah. But there's really not too much information on that, so that's pretty much just a heads up that it is actually being produced.
Introduced Toad.
I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that piece of news. Brent, I don't know.
Next topic.
Yeah, next topic.
We're burning through topics.
Yeah.
Head that's turning around, I think she's done. Free your
What's the last Need for Speed game you played, Brent?
You know? Pursuit.
Oh, okay.
I didn't play the one the run or whatever. That was just, it seemed like a waste of money. And I was right, according to reviews.
But yeah, Need for Speed is now going to be developed by Criterion, however you want to pronounce it, which is a developer for Burnout. I don't know if you played any of those games, Brett. The Burnout series where you get to crash.
Burnout was actually really fun.
Yeah. So they're taking over the duties to direct Need for Speed now. So that should be interesting.
Yeah, and I think Forza is coming out with a new game, and it's going to be more like a Need for Speed type game where it's a little bit. Yeah, it's I don't know how to explain it. It's going to be a little less. I don't want to say less realistic, but Need for Speed doesn't tend to be extremely realistic.
Yeah,
they
not really.
Tweak it a little bit to make it more fun. So I'm interested to see how Forza, the most realistic game that's out there for cars, is going to do with that. But I'm definitely going to buy it. Just
you should be happy with like the new Need for Speed games, because the guys that are taking over actually developed Hot Pursuit. So if that was fun for you, then I'm pretty sure what they'll do next should be just as good or better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Other than that, they haven't really given any details on what they plan to change or how they want to integrate their style into the Need for Speed game. But yeah, that's what everyone knows for now. And talking of Need for Speed, DreamWorks got the rights to make a movie on it, which is a bit ridiculous, because I don't know how you would make a movie based on that game.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is that they'll make the movie and then the plot will be just poop. They'll just drizzle and fall apart, and then they'll just have fast cars racing.
So it's going to be like
that's what it seems like.
Fast and Furious, but with more cars, maybe. What about you, Tim? What do you think? You're the film expert among us. How would you make a movie out of a car game?
This is a horrible idea.
I mean, if you had to, what would you do?
Probably the worst idea I've ever heard. Kill myself. I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to make a movie adaptation of something that already exists, but it's something completely different where you're making an adaptation of something that doesn't have an actual plot to it. Like Forza and Need for Speed, you're just racing. Like, that's the game. It's fun. Like, woohoo, yeah, I made it around the lap 600 times. I beat 7 other schmucks. But, like, trying to take that into a movie, it'll turn into something like Fast 5 or one of the Fast and Furious movies, like they're drug runners, or like they're being blackmailed, or someone, like, kidnapped their family.
It's not a movie. They're starting with half the movie. And it's not enough.
Anything that doesn't already have a plot is going to be stupid to make into a movie.
Yeah.
It's like somebody Ghost Rider makes, like, the godsend of movies.
Spielberg?
Screenplays. No, I don't know. It's like it's like going back to Super Smash Brothers. It's like making a movie out of Super Smash Brothers.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what would be the plot to that? Like, Super Smash Bros., you just beat the crap out of each other. Like,
it'd be like Mortal Kombat.
You know
they made a movie out of that. They could do the same thing. But
I know, but was there a plot to that?
No.
Besides beating the living shit out of each other? Like...
I guess you could do it like...
I've seen bits and pieces.
Like the Condemned or something.
Of it. It's like exactly like the game. Condemned?
Yeah, like
what,
the movie
for
where...
Need for Speed?
No, like where like basically you put all those characters on an island and then they fight to the death for survival. I don't know.
Oh, that Condemned. I'm thinking of the game Condemned.
No. Yeah, there you go. That could work.
Interesting.
Donkey Kong could kick some ass. But,
well, it could go either way. It's just that I don't really have high hopes for a car racing game made into a movie.
Yeah, me neither. I don't have high hopes for any video game being made into a movie. But, whatever.
It shouldn't be done.
Yeah.
There are two different forms of media that should stick in their own genre.
Yeah, and honestly, like, video game developers are coming up with way better plots and ideas than movies right now. So, just leave it alone.
Exactly. Like, I just read an article the other day that they were comparing, like, new games to, like, current action movies, how, like, they're starting to get on par with each other in terms of, like, action and plot and, like, like a flow kind of thing. It's like, they were saying, like, I mean, it's kind of a bad example, but, like, Modern Warfare 2, like, some of the action scenes and, like, the cinematic sequences in not Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, how they compared with, like, action flicks. So, like, they were saying, like, some parts of Modern Warfare 3 were on par with, like, shots of action movies. Well, no, like, actual movies.
Yeah, Battlefield. It's a Battleship. My bad.
Oh, Battlefield. Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, I guess.
Look, I don't know. That'd be like something to compare it to. It was recent.
I guess.
Well, yeah, but Battleship's in its own category of ridiculousness.
Yeah.
But
that's what's going on with the Need for Speed movie. Hopefully a whole lot of nothing. Next topic, if anyone's a fan of Kirby, I've honestly never played a Kirby game, but they're coming out with the 20th anniversary collection. It includes 5 games: Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby's Adventure, Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Land 3, and Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards. So for anyone who likes Kirby, there's a collection coming out for you guys. Have you guys played any of those games? Or even like Kirby at all?
Not really. The last Kirby game I played was for the Nintendo 64. Like, you had to collect shards of jewels or some stupid stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, the last Kirby game I played.
I didn't even own a 64, so I didn't even get to play that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no release date for that collection or a price. Unless you're in Japan, the release date is July 19th. So that's what's going on with that. And the other video game news that I can think of is the Mass Effect DLC, the extended cut DLC that came out yesterday. Ion, if you don't know a lot about it, all I know is that it's not a new ending scene, but it's just gonna explain more in depth on why you get that scene, I guess. I don't know if you know more about this, Tim.
Well, not really, but because I downloaded it. I downloaded it this morning. I didn't have a chance to download it yesterday. I was busy this days. But from what I understand, that like you said, they are not changing the endings. They are just adding on to them. So it'll still be the same 3 decisions. Like for anyone who's played the games, it's destroy, control, and synthesis. I still can't say that word. Whatever. The green one. But it'll just add on cutscenes that'll further explain what happens after your decision instead of just the same cutscene for all 3 choices. So
We've
each
seen
ending
synthesis.
is. Well, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that like this add-on that they've made will add different cutscenes to each ending, so each ending is now technically different.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see any of them, so I wish I could be more clear on that. I did see a couple people online say that the synthesis the synthesis ending was more satisfying than it was before. But that was just a couple of people's opinions, so don't take my word for that.
Yeah. And talking of Mass Effect 3,
Oh, yeah, I had something to add to that. What were you going to say?
Oh, just that, like on Twitter, some of the producers from Mass Effect, are hinting on future DLCs to come.
Yeah, they are. It's called, Leviathan, I think it's called. It was embedded in the encryptions or codes for, the new ending. So, I forget what they had like a discussion board where people were discussing what they thought it was, and they said it could be something like pirates taking over like fueling stations or like ships or something like that, or the remnants of Cerberus.
So it's going to be a single player DLC.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, like, instead of, like, this free DLC that we've been getting for multiplayer, it'll most likely be priced DLC for single player and add a little bit onto the story.
Oh, okay.
I've been reading the codes for the Leviathan DLC, and apparently you investigate like Reaper readings or some shit like that, and apparently you find a Reaper. It does say it in the codes. If this is real, this is fucking awesome. But you find a Reaper that defected from the other Reapers and started killing other Reapers. So you try and get the Leviathan, like the other Reaper, on your team, and like try and find out, because apparently it was on a planet for like 10 years, and the entire colony has been indoctrinated. So, but like they're not like husks; they're just like indoctrinated people. Yeah. But yeah, apparently you go underwater or something like that. So, like, you and your squad go in, like, a submarine or something, I think. Because they're talking about, like, submersibles. Yeah, right? They're talking about submersibles and going underwater and, like, being in, like, tight, cramped spaces and then, like, coming back on dry land. But, yeah. So, maybe you go to this colony, you find Leviathan. And it said something about, like, the Reapers were it turns out the Reapers are flawed because they didn't, apparently from the DLC you find out that the Reapers are flawed. They did not kill all of their creators. So, like, remnants of how the Reapers came to be, like, still exist. Yeah. So, that should be very, very, very interesting.
That is quite interesting.
I mean, like, I saw something about in these codes about, something good talking about, like, Prothean technology. So maybe it has something to do with that, but I don't know. They talk about being on a planet with a lot of Ravengers, or not Ravengers, what are they called? Harvesters.
Oh, okay.
So like hundreds of harvesters flying around in midair.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I know the new Spider-Man game came out.
If you want to talk about that, that'd be Amazing Spider-Man. I just saw a video for it. I just saw a video for it earlier today. I mean, I'm talking about the game, Brent, not the movie.
Okay.
I saw gameplay for the Amazing Spider-Man the game. Okay. It is a carbon copy of Arkham City. It is the same game, but with Spider-Man.
Really?
So,
I'd rather have a good game like that, even though it's copying off of another one, than a bad game like the other Spider-Man games have been.
Yeah, I mean, like,
if they're gonna copy from the best.
Yeah, if Arkham City's gonna be like the base for all superhero games from now on, it's not like it's a bad thing.
Yeah. As long as they integrate their own unique twist into the game, then I'll be fine with it. Any other video game news that you guys know about?
Spec Ops: The Line is now in stores. The Dawnguard DLC for Skyrim has been released on the same day as both Spec Ops: The Line and the Mass Effect Extended Cut. So, Skyrim fans can now download Dawnguard. It is a ridiculously pricey 1,600 Microsoft points, but most likely it will be worth it. For anyone who doesn't know, it's a different part of Skyrim, and I think it's its own world, kinda. Like, you need to travel there, and it's all new locations and stuff. But, basically, there's like a clan of vampires that are going to use magic to literally destroy the sun and get rid of it, so like vampires can reign supreme. So you can actually make a huge choice in the game and either join the vampires and like help take out the sun, or join the Dawnguard and fight the vampires and destroy them. So, interesting stuff.
Tired and bored, feel that history's gone tonight.
Video. There was a new car pack on Forza. It's free, and it's the new SRT Viper, 2013 Viper. Yeah, that's the only thing in the pack, but it's free, so just download it and enjoy.
Exactly. Vipers are awesome. So.
I have two pieces of car news. The one piece is Mazda has announced that they're stopping the production of their rotary engines, which I think they've been making for 45 years in their cars, because it's not meeting the emissions quota.
Yeah.
So they have, if you've seen the commercials, they have like this new Sky Active technology, whatever the hell that is, but I think it's just creating engines that are just as powerful but meeting the quota for emissions. So there's a rumor, they're hinting at it, that they're gonna turn to rotary engines soon, but they're gonna include inside route for making their engines. But so they stopped making the rotary engines for now. People are a little bit upset about that. I'm upset about that because they were really, really lightweight engines compared to V8s or straight 6s, straight 4s, and they produce the same amount of horsepower, so it's a good power to weight ratio. But anyhow, they'll probably be back. And the other part of the car news is just a little bit that this one car made in Britain. It's called the Noble M600. The company Noble has released a photo of a convertible version of the Noble M600, but they say they have no intentions of making a convertible of the M600. But they just wanted to see what it would look like, and they released it to the public. So, kind of suspicious.
Yeah.
Because it kind of gets me thinking, if they really like the way it looks and release it to the public, you'd think they would follow up with something, but...
I guess people are wondering what music we're going to use this week. We are using music from a band called Husky, and they are an Australian indie folk band, specifically from Melbourne, or Melbourne, however you want to pronounce it. And not much to say about them. They signed to Sub Pop Records in 2011. A relatively new band, haven't really become really popular yet. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much all there is to say about it. And song famous is pretty short.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Alright everyone, thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Social Underground. Tune in next week to hear us talk about random crap about entertainment. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, because you have nothing better to do.